Hi guys, so I wanted to do a video talking about my year. This year's not been extremely eventful, but at the same time it's been very eventful. So here we go. Last January of 2013, I started off the year by having my first relationship with another girl. And that was okay. It was awkward because middle school people are like, wait, what? And any relationship's really awkward in middle school. During the course of that relationship, I went to my first intimate concert. I'd been to Warped Tour. Well, no, that's a lie. First concert that I really wanted to go to. It was not my first intimate concert because the previous November I had gone to Blue October. But yes, in January I got to go see one of my favorite bands, Black Veil Brides, perform at the Palladium Ballroom, where I live. And yeah, I also that month got to go to my school's dance. Sorry, my brain blanked. My school's dance, which was fun. Got to hang out with all my friends. The theme was Hollywood. Yes, and I was on the committee for that dance. I should know what it was. Later in January, me and my friend Becca convinced our moms to let me go with them to Oklahoma for her cheer competition because she was in competitive cheerleading. So yeah, February was not as eventful. I did my first job of the year, which was helping my friend that I was in a relationship with previously with her mom with a party because her mom's a party planner. And I had to give away my hedgehog. I'd had a hedgehog for a few months, and it wasn't working. I loved my hedgehog, but I just had a hard time. March, literally, after searching through Facebook and all this stuff, I have no idea what happened during March. Apparently it was one of those months where nothing happened. In April, I did my first modeling job, and I got to meet my friend Aaron, who now lives in southern Texas, and I just forgot where. He's going to school for marine biology. But I got to meet him, and I did my first modeling job. Yeah. May. Yeah, May was very eventful for me because basically May was my month of... May's always a stressful month, especially if you're going to school, because you have finals and you have, trying out for sports teams for the next year and yada yada. Well, in May, during the middle of May, I tried out for my school's color guard, which was an interesting experience. The only reason I tried out was because my friend Becca's mom was like, oh, you have to have a pre-E credit. Why not do something you enjoy? Well, turned out I enjoyed color guard. And if you don't know what color guard it is, if you ever see a marching band perform, it's the people with the flags. But, so yeah, I'm in my school's color guard now, and at the last portion of May, I went out to lunch with my mom and my stepmom and my brother and my family friend, and that was, I don't know, it was like 20th of May, something like that. It was a Sunday. On the way home, it was our 30-minute drive home, I started feeling sick, and I ended up spending all night feeling these horrible pains in my stomach and throwing up was the only thing that made the pain go away. And my family all thought it was just food poisoning because we had tried a new restaurant, or my first time trying the restaurant, and the whole time, we all thought it was just food poisoning, The next morning when I woke up and everything was worse and I was missing school, my mom came over to my dad's house and picked me up, and we went to the place I go to when I get sick, and they started doing all these tests, trying to figure out what was going on, but they didn't have all the equipment to do all the testing. So they said it was either ovarian cysts, which was for me a very likely possibility, which scared the crap out of me, or appendicitis, and that also scared the crap out of me because either one meant I had to have surgery. And I didn't do well with the idea of surgery. Painful backstory that I'm going to save for another video. But so I was rushed over to the hospital across the highway, and this was at 10 o'clock at night, So I was there. They did a few more tests on me. They put an IV on me. I was on morphine. They were trying to get all the pain to go away, and they were trying to decide what was going on. They eventually decided it was appendicitis, and that I was going to have to go over to a different hospital to have surgery the next morning. Well, somewhere around 1 o'clock in the morning, they decided that I was going to a children's hospital because I'm not the size of a child, but I'm the age and all this complicated crap, so I got shipped in an ambulance over to this big children's medical hospital, and that was like 2 in the morning, and then at 6 o'clock I woke up, had surgery, and I stayed in the hospital for 5 days and missed the whole week of finals. That was wonderful, totally. But, so that happened. June and July, nothing really happened that I know of. I did a whole lot of babysitting. That's what I did in June and July. I did a crap lot of babysitting. August. August started out with my brother's birthday, which I was not a part of because it was complicated. In August, I went to Florida after that. Went to Florida for 5 days, I think it was, which was a really awesome experience. I had a whole lot of fun. There's a whole lot of pictures online if you ever check out any of my social media. Somewhere before Florida, actually, I forgot about this, was my friend Andrew's Sweet 16. Andrew's in color guard. He was awesome. I figured I'll know a bunch of the people there, and I knew a large group of them, but I didn't know everybody. But it was my first real teenage party. I mean, it was his Sweet 16. He had a DJ. There was all this dancing. There was pizza. There was food. It was a whole lot of fun. And it was the first time I felt like a real teenager. And I felt like if this is what high school is going to be like, this is going to be freaking awesome. September came along. August was band camp. The rest of August was band camp. Basically, a whole lot of band camp. September came along. My birthday. Excuse me. Had fun, birthday party, cool, yada yada yada. Homecoming was shortly before my birthday, and it was the first time I had a homecoming date. Granted, it was my first homecoming. It was the first time I had a date to a dance. Sadly, my date had to go to a family thing and couldn't come, but I still had fun at the dance. Then my birthday came around, and I had an awesome time for my birthday, and I turned 15, and I got to have the day I turned 15, I got my learner's permit, and so I've been driving ever since. And September 28th was my first color guard competition, which I think we did good at. I think that was one of the ones we did really good at. October, I had my first high school choir concert. I dressed up as a zombie. I got to hang out with some family friends for Halloween. October is basically a whole bunch of band competitions. November was a really sad month for me in the beginning because it was our last football game, which is sad. It's your last football game. It's the last time you're going to perform with the seniors. Yada, yada, yada. What else? But the night of our last football game, we had found out that we had lost our color guard instructor. He, not lost as in he's dead. No, he got fired, and we were all upset about that. The only good thing to come out of that night is I got a hug from the guy I liked, which was really nice. He was warm. It was cold that night. So yeah, but the rest of that month was really hard for a lot of us. I was really depressed going into Thanksgiving break, but Thanksgiving break, the first Friday, I don't remember what it was honestly, but the Friday before Thanksgiving break, I got to have surgery on my tongue. And I don't know if y'all can hear the difference, but if you've ever heard any of my earlier videos, you can probably tell that I'm speaking differently. I know that I can hear it, but I don't know if anyone else hears the difference. But basically, I have this thing that has a really long name, which I find ironic because it's hard to say and it's made for people who are tongue-tied, which is basically what I was, which basically meant that the skin that connects your tongue to the bottom of your mouth is either too tight, too far up on your tongue, or just out of whack. And mine was it was too tight and too far up on my tongue. It basically hit the tip of my tongue. And I'm going to save the gruesome me showing you what the surgery is done and fixed, but basically they cut it, they rearranged it, they stitched me up, and I can talk better now. I can lick an ice cream cone, I can lick a lollipop, I can do whatever I want. Yeah. So that happened. And then December was a month of... What happened? December, we got a new color guard instructor. No, that was the last week of... I don't even know, guys. This year has been all whack. December has been pretty cool. We got a new color guard instructor at the end of Thanksgiving break, so I don't know if that was even December or not. But there's been a whole lot of fun. December, I got my hair colored red, which you can probably tell. It's faded since then, but I don't mind. I got to go up to Missouri. I have a deer skull sitting on the chair in front of me. And a few other deer parts. I'm weird. But, yeah. December was cool. I'm excited for 2014. I'm probably going to make a video saying what I want to do for 2014. What I'm expecting. So, I don't know. I hope you enjoyed hearing about my year, guys. Maybe I'll post a timeline of pictures from my year. Probably not, because I'm not that interesting. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you later. Subscribe, that would be cool. I may post my social media stuff in the bottom this time. I don't know. Bye, guys.